Hello, this is Michelle with GLAMTRESS Hair Group. I hope that you're doing great. Today my subject is going to be converting from Remy to the straight hair that's offered in virgin hair. Let me just begin by saying that if you remember before Yaki and Remy existed, weave just came in the wet and wavy and the silkier textured. Those are your two choices. And so, of course, we're in 2012 and you have numerous choices of hair. But those were the types of hairs that you could choose from mid-80s up to early 90s. And so now we have a wide variety. First, Yaki came out, and Yaki made us happy because a lot of people were like, well, oh, this is more of the texture of an African-American woman's hair. And I do believe that the hair was designed so that we would have hair that feels like our hair when we get a relaxer. And after this, Remy really has already existed. It had been existing on the low. And people that had a little bit more money to spend on hair would get this. I don't know if y'all remember the Remy that came in the red box. It wasn't hung up at the beauty supply store, but it would probably be in like a case where nobody could get to it. And back then, I think 12 or 14 inch might have been like $70, which is a lot in, you know, the 90s going into like 2000 up to 2001. But I've been putting Remy in my clients' hair, and when it was purchased, it was a little bit more exclusive. When my clients began to buy it, it was more exclusive. More people were just still stuck on the Yaki. Remy was a finer texture, not as thick as the Yaki. And actually, to me, the Remy hair feels like what's called perm Yaki. There's mink Yaki, permed, and then just Yaki by itself. And then there's nappy Yaki, which feels a little bit more wolfier. And nothing against you if you're like, I want something that feels more like the texture of my hair. But that silkier hair was so that our hair could look more European. The same reason that a relaxer was designed to take us from the afro to a straighter, sleeker look. You know, we're all proud to be African American, Black Power, just all of that. I love it. But I do like some nice, sleek looking hair. And what you like is your preference. I do all kind of sew-ins with, it kind of look like an afro, just the mixed chick look. Mixed chick is a term. You know, the world is viewing this video, so I got to cover all bases. But either way, I wanted to let you know that the hair that I'm going to show you is a little bit more silkier. And if you're used to wearing Remy, going from this to that, you got to consider the difference in the Remy and the Yaki hair is that hair is processed. When you begin to purchase the Strait Wefts, Remy is not in any category. So again, just to go over what I said earlier, if I did mention this, I'm not sure if I did, but you can purchase deep wave, loose wave, body wave, and straight hair in all of the categories of Cambodian. You can get these different types of hair of Cambodian, Malaysian, Brazilian, Chinese, and Indian. The word Indian does not just mean Remy. And so what I want to do is educate you before I show you this hair. The reason that I'm not going to be purchasing any Remy or hair from the beauty supply store again is because even though they begin to package it nice, which is up in the price, and they're wrapping it around the cardboard and breaking it down into 2 pieces, and it's got white chiffon paper and it's in a box, and just doing all kind of foolishness when all we want is the hair is not lasting because it has been processed. So what I would like for you to do is consider GLAMTRESS Hair Group, give the virgin hair a try. And you may say, well, what do you suggest I get? I suggest that you get something with a wave pattern for when you want the, you know, full curly, just bouncy, voluminous look. And when you want something sleek, I think you should be able to say, well, you know what, I'm going to use my straight hair this time. There's nothing wrong with straightening your Brazilian, Malaysian, Indian, whatever type of hair you have with a wave pattern, but it's not going to be as sleek as when you purchase hair that was originally straight to begin with. And so you say, well, who's born with straight hair? Indians are born with straight hair. Chinese people are born with straight hair. All of these different countries and all of these different types of hair that you're hearing about, Malaysian, Cambodian, Brazilian, it does not mean that the hair is wavy. There are people that live in these places with straight hair, nappy hair, a kinkier texture. Some of these people that this hair belongs to have hooked up and made biracial type of situation hair. You know, so it varies no matter what part of the country you go to. North Carolina has not come out with any hair because there's nobody here selling any hair. But the thing is that it's virgin and it has not been processed. You can get these types of hairs in many, many textures. Okay, so later for that, I just wanted to break all of that down. I'm going to show you what I'm going to be installing. This is my Cambodian Strait. I'm also considering the Malaysian Strait. But my thing is, I'm not going to put anything in my hair first without making sure it's going to work properly for my clients. So I like to try it out first, and then I introduce it to my clients. Right now, everybody's on the Brazilian, so me not liking the way my Brazilian look when it's flat iron bone straight, love it when I straighten it and it's curled because it's full. But to get a sleek look and for the hair to have movement, I've selected the Cambodian Strait. It's beautiful. Okay, so this is my 20 inches. I'm going to put that on the bottom. Then I'm going to put in an 18 inch. And a 16 inch. It's going to be pretty and full. Okay, and however many packs you want to use is your opinion. My clients, I do them with 2 packs. The install looks wonderful. It looks nice and natural. But if you do like a fuller look, I do suggest 3 or 4 packs. I definitely suggest 3 packs if you're going to be getting 16 inches or longer, because the longer the hair, the less weft you're going to get. Okay, so I've showed you the hair, and if you're thinking, okay, that looks silky. The reason I gave you the history of weave when it first came out and hit the scene, giving you the choices that we had, those 2 choices, the wet and wavy or the silky straight, this is what this is. Their hair was not processed. Somebody came up with the idea to make hair look like it had a relaxer, and then Yaki came out, and then Remy is here. But this hair is unprocessed, and the benefits of the hair that's unprocessed is that you will have longevity, and you can reuse this hair doing a cold sham. Now, you can shampoo it with conditioner, but the main thing this hair is going to need to keep the longevity is going to be conditioner. So my Brazilian hair, I do a cold sham, which means I wash it with conditioner. It's so soft. If you go and look at my Facebook page, GLAMTRESS Hair Group, you'll see what the hair looks like wet. You'll see what it looks like under the dryer. You'll see what it looks like while I'm blow drying it. There's a YouTube video of that. And I'm going to do the same thing with this because I want to let you know what's happening with the hair that you're considering purchasing. So if you're thinking that's not going to blend in with my texture, any hair will blend in with your texture if your stylist was put on this earth to do hair, because where there is a will, there's a way. So if you have a relaxer, it's just going to melt right down in with the blend, your leave out. If you have a natural and you haven't been getting sew-ins and your leave out is completely natural, you never put heat on it, you're a person that wears braids, or you either wear twist outs and do stuff with your own hair, you are going to not have as smooth as a transition, but the hair will blend in. You just got to you may have to press the hair with an actual pressing comb and then flat iron it, but I'm having no problems with getting it straight. I'm going to throw another name out there. Glam Central Station Hair Lounge is the name of my salon, and I have a page where, I have an album on that page that's showing me blending hair that's really balled up and just completely natural and letting it melt down into hair that's sleek. Okay. If you are tired of having to leave out and you want to let it rest, I do suggest that you get the frontal. I wear the frontal with my Brazilian hair, and this right here is the frontal. The frontal comes with baby hair, and it comes with length. And it's going to give you that celebrity look that Iman, the model, has, and Cynthia and Tyra Banks has, and a couple of other people that have the frontals on the low, with that nice, deep, long part. And it looks just like you left your hair out. I'm going to part it. And this is a Swiss lace frontal that GLAMTRESS Hair Group offers. And it's going to take on the color of whatever is going on up under it. So this is my brown skin. As opposed to, I love the Braxtons, look at it all the time. I think that the more seasons they have, the better their hair is looking. Go Braxtons. The actual weave is beautiful. But what you don't want to do is get a frontal that looks plastic or pink like a baby doll scalp. You don't want to get a frontal that you're going to have to put foundation on to make it take on the color of what you actually look like. So this concludes my video. I've shown you the frontal, the Cambodian frontal. You can get a frontal in Malaysian. You can get a frontal in Indian. You can get a frontal in Chinese straight. You can get one in all of the textures. Deep wave, loose wave. Oh yeah, and one more thing I forgot to add. These words, Cambodian, Malaysian, Indian, Remy, Brazilian, what they do, the key thing that they are is that people in Malaysia have a lighter brown hair. When I got my virgin Brazilian hair, I wanted it to look like I had, a lighter color at the top. So my frontal was in Malaysian hair. So I want you to know that this does not mean that the wave pattern changes because it's called Malaysian. So that was a perfect example. So the Malaysian hair is a lighter color brown. The Brazilian hair is a natural brown, which is going to be a 2, borderline 1B, kind of 1B with like number 2 and 4 highlights. But the Malaysian hair is definitely going to kick you into the number 4. And, number 4 can go all the way to like a chocolate brown, which kind of looks like the Hershey's bar brown, all the way up to a honey looking brown. Not honey blonde, but honey brown. The Indian and the Chinese hair is going to be darker. So again, consider going virgin. You can reuse the hair. It's a wonderful investment. By the time you go to the beauty supply store every month and you're buying Indie Remy by Bobbi Boss and Sensationelle, you're only getting 2 or 3 installs out of it, and you're going to have to keep brushing out in the back and just buying the cheap hair, period. Not even, Indie Remy by Bobbi Boss and Sensationelle have nothing to do with this. Just buying hair over and over and it's balling up on the neck like a rat's nest. You got to keep brushing it out. When you look down, hairs everywhere. Hair's all in the sink. Hair's all in your car because you got to brush your hair out again just from where you left to where you're about to get out to, Just purchase some virgin hair. Get the ones you like and reuse these over and over. Invest your money. Let your weave have longevity. This is Michelle, the Weave Connoisseur, in association with GLAMTRESS Hair Group, and I thank you for your time and thank you so much for listening.